What does it really mean to be a freedom queen? I am in the rain in my Four Seasons robe sitting out my patio in the jungle in Costa Rica. And this has been on my mind for a couple of weeks. And so I wanted to make this podcast episode, which is Freedom Queen. I think a lot of times externally, people think, oh, Freedom Queen's like, oh, travel the world, work for yourself. But I mean, people that are really in Freedom Queen know that's not what it is, right? Like, we know that. But I think on the outside, people think that's what it is. Or, I remember when I first started my business, I had a lot of quick success. And to this day, my success triggers a lot of people. And people would make content that was like, well, I'm not flying first class living in Costa Rica and Thailand. And it was like, okay, well, who the heck else are you talking about? Because that's me. And there were parts in my business where I would shrink myself because I didn't want people to feel like they couldn't fit in to my business. Like they couldn't fit into Freedom Queen because I wanted them to belong. But what I realized by doing that is that wasn't setting myself free. And so in 2022, I gave myself permission to fully be free. Like I was already doing great 20K, 30K cash months, but there was this other level of freedom that I desired. And Queen, the freedom piece of Freedom Queen does not come from getting on planes, quitting your job, posting crazy things on the internet. Freedom comes from you choosing to be someone that is different than everyone else around you because you know that that's your calling. You're meant to be doing things differently than everyone else. And maybe right now you don't listen to it at the full extent that you could be. Do you know what I'm saying? Are you picking this up? So it's like, you're different, but internally you find yourself meeting resistance or walls or these like things that stop you from getting to that next level. So you don't really go as free, as big as you could. And freedom is you being able, freedom is not about having like time on your calendar, picking up and going where you want to go. That's not what Freedom Queen is. Freedom Queen is internal freedom. The ability to decide what you desire and how you desire it and what you want. And being radically okay with that. So if what you want is like, you want the most booked out calendar, give yourself freedom to be that, to have the most booked out calendar. If what you want is a calendar with no calls, give yourself freedom to have that. Freedom can change. Give yourself permission to choose what freedom looks like for you at that time. So freedom might also look like different for you in December than it does in June, and that's okay. But the reason I've been able to grow at the way that I grow is because I give myself the internal permission to be free. To be free. So when I want to create an offer, it's not like, oh, well, nobody else is making offers like that. It's like, I'm going to make the offer. I'm free to do as I please. This episode I know is going to land for so many people. And if this lands for you, share this to your Instagram story and just say land it so I know. Freedom means that you are completely free to sell what you want to sell, price what you want to price it, talk about what you want to talk about, teach on whatever it is that you want to teach on. Maybe you've decided that you are a coach and you're not a coach. Maybe you've decided you're a therapist and you want to be a coach. I don't know what it is that you want to do. Who cares? You have to figure that out. People say I'll never forget this. One time someone said to me, you're so lucky. And what I realized is what I actually was I chose to be free. I chose to set myself free because she was listening to the rules and I said, let's break them. Let's break all of the rules that everyone else has put on you. I'm free. And I'm getting even emotional thinking about this. And then the queen piece is of being a queen. A queen does not back down. A queen stands strong. A queen is beautiful. A queen supports her people. A queen has a king. A queen is ruler of a land. A queen will go help other people with their lands, but she has boundaries. A queen is wealthy. A queen is regal. And so these two forces together, it's like the internal dreamer mixed with the direct queen who maybe carries a sword in her pocket or like some lipstick. She is so powerful. And so I needed an episode just breaking down Freedom Queen because I think a lot of times people don't fully understand what it really means to be a Freedom Queen. And so if this episode landed for you, if it woke something up inside of you, share it to your Instagram stories, tag me, or DM me this episode that it landed.